Alex foarte bine. Incredibil. Ce s-a întâmplat?
Ocelanule! No!
I got your airplane.
Come on, give it back.
I'll give it back to you if you let me see yours.
That's the only way.
Okay, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Okay, but I get to go first. You are really weird.
Here.
Yes.
On a hill up in Grantville, there is a tall tower where the trees never fruit 'cause the ground is too sour. The tower is home to the Sleffer and Gumpton, who play chess to the sounds of Blibbit and Blumpton. The Goffets blump Blumptons because they are yearning for food for their stomachs to stop them from churning. They used to be fat when the gumfish were plenty, and they'd fill up their bellies, not one would go empty. But that tyrant, that Gumpton, was planning and scheming. He drained all the ponds, and they all started screaming. And he thought with no food they would go off and roam. But the Goffets felt strong that a home is a home. And each day at midnight they come from their burrows and look to the moon and think of their sorrows. So the Gumpton just sits in his tower in anguish, and the Goffets blump Blumptons while mourning the gumfish.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Jeremy Solomon, and I work at Buck Los Angeles. Here at Buck, we do all kinds of things, but our primary thing is we do computer and 2D animation. Let me give you a little tour of how and what we do here. So let's go, follow me. Here at Buck, we have a little place called The Pit, and that's really where the magic happens. We call it The Pit because that's where everybody sits and works. So let's see what's going on in The Pit right now.
Here at Buck, we employ artists from all over the world. Some of them are amazingly talented. We have designers, illustrators, animators. One of the great things about working here is the casual atmosphere that we work in. We can literally wear anything we want to work. There are no limits. The other thing that's great is you can take your lunch break at any time you want. You could literally take it at 10 in the morning if you wanted to. That's pretty awesome.
Pleasure that we're having Jeremy here doing this documentary.
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, you don't have to say that. Here at Buck, we take the business of animation very seriously. When we're going to start an animation piece, like the Towers of Grantville, we go through a lot of phases. One of those phases is character development. This is one of the characters from the Towers of Grantville. It's called the Gumfish, as you can see from the name right here. Basically what this character is a fish, a goldfish type fish, with very large gums. You can see right here that there's shiny gums and no teeth. This character went through many phases of development before it got to this stage. Let's take a look at its turntable. The reason we do things like turntables is so the client can get an idea of what the character looks like from all views and angles. As you can see, this character looks great. Let's take a look at the next one. This character is known as the Goffet. This was the initial design for the Goffet, drawn by Joseph Mullen. Unfortunately, it didn't get used. We ended up going with a more bald on top sort of Goffet look that was more comical and we thought added a lot of depth to the piece. But we all really like this critter. Let's look at his turntable. Next up is the main character. We call this guy the Gumpton. As you can see, He didn't look so angry in his first drawings, but he gradually came to be a much more withered and older dude. Here he's in a dramatic pose. Now let's look at the fourth character and what some might call the star of the show. His name is the Sleffer. He is an inanimate stuffed bunny. Here's another angle of the Sleffer. After a character like the Gumpton here has been concepted in 2D, we try to add three-dimensionality to his image. We do that with a computer. Here's an early rendering of what he might have looked at. Later on, he looked like this. Now he looks like this. The 2D scene in the Towers of Granville was a clever idea we came up with to take up a lot of time and save money. When we first conceived of this idea, the Towers of Grantville, we came up with what we thought might be a look. This is what it looked like. Gradually progressed from this, to this, to this, and finally to this.
Next, a two-dimensional matte painting is created. Once the matte painting is roughed out, we can go ahead and figure out what kind of camera moves we want to make on it. This is a rough matte painting with some 2D goffets dropped in so that we could see how we might want the camera to move over this scene. Now that this scene has been animated, we create a preview render so that we can show the client to get their approval. This way we can mitigate any changes in animation before we go to final render.
Let's see what's going on right here. It seems that we've stumbled upon a motion capture session in action.
In reality, this isn't a motion capture session at all, but it is a reenactment of what one might have looked like. However, here at Buck, we don't use motion capture because we feel that it gives us blocky, unnatural animation. Instead, we use bones and muscles inside the character's mesh to create realistic animations. In turn, that is then passed on to the animators so that they can create lifelike and dramatic performances. They're pretty awesome. Here, Patrick is pulling vertices and faces to create a high-definition, three-dimensional model which can be rotated and scaled and eventually animated. As you can see here, this artist has a character that has already been modeled and has bones in it. Through a process called blend shaping, we are able to create complex mouth shapes which really bring this character to life. Here you can see an artist making a rendering of a motorcycle. This looks like the color pass.
Well, that's pretty much how we do it here in the high-dollar world of computer animation. It's been great talking to you, and I guess that pretty much ends our tour. And I really had a great time showing you around the office and a little bit of what we do, you know. And hopefully you'll come back and see us sometime. So until next time, I'm Jeremy Solomon, and I'll talk to you later.
We giving the green light and I got my motor reppin'. A1's back with a brand new weapon. Ain't no half stepping, we coming full effect. Spitting dope rhymes over beats that break your neck. Don't sweat the technique like Rakim and Eric B. From the KUWAID speaking out of me. I'm fleeing style. I'm never gonna stop until we're finished. I ain't my finish. And I'm looking for some money driven. Ain't no stopping me now, I'm going all the way. So better look another day with a better play. Haters stay ready and don't come knocking. We can't hear you, we too busy rocking.
Yeah? Come on. And action. And still. Up.
Oops. Sorry.
Wait a minute! Today's Casual Friday! No, it's not! It's Song Monday!
Corny moment, corny moment, corny moment,
Flowers!
corny moment, corny moment,
Rainbows!
corny moment, corny moment, corny moment.
Horse! But horses are not corny!
Corny moment, corny moment, corny moment, corny moment, corny moment, corny moment, corny moment.
Kick it around. Tell me if you be mine. Kick it around in your good time. Don't tell me now. I know I'm on trial. So kick it around for a while.
Experience makes the man. Cold filtering 4 times makes the Miller Genuine Draft. Experience makes the man. Cold filtering 4 times makes the Miller Genuine Draft.